3rd,
What the hell's going on?
2020, and this is the video log that takes 30,000
What'd
to
I
a
do?
million.
It is February 3rd, 2020, and this is the video log that takes 30,000 to a million. And I'm trying out TikTok for the first time over here, just to let you all know that I got a video coming. I'm going to talk about how Tesla is alpha now.
It is February 3rd,
What the hell's going on?
2020, and this is the video log that takes 30,000
What'd
to
I
a
do?
million. And
Next. We can view this video. I don't even know what to do right here. So, I'm trying out TikTok for the first time. I'm pretending to be a Gen Zer. No, not Gen Z. Yeah, Gen Z. So we'll see how that works out. Silly F. Anyways, so yeah, Tesla, I think, is alpha market nowadays. So I'm gonna tell you exactly how big it is and how ludicrous this valuation is, and y'all can decide what's going on your own. But before that, I'll take you through the market and see what's going on. Here's the account, 77,795. It's a downturn from last time, mainly because of silver dropping big, and of course Apple had a nice healthy correction here. Look at this week chart over here, and it's probably going to continue to drop. Well, we don't know actually. This might be a support zone over here, but Apple's had a healthy correction. I actually sold a put option on Apple at a strike price of 267.5, and it's almost expired worthless, so that's good for me. If it goes to like $5, I'll buy it back, or I'll just wait till Friday until it expires completely. Let's see the rest of the account. These are all these options. I picked up a couple more options. I sold some puts on FXI. FXI is China, basically. It's a ETF, an exchange traded fund that's got a bunch of Chinese companies in it, and it gives a pretty nice dividend. And now with the virus and everything else, I'm trying to scoop up some shares at cheaper prices than they otherwise would have been. So that's the strategy. Let me adjust this microphone a little bit. So let's see what else. I got EXK dropped as well with silver, so that's interesting. The biggest gainers for today, though, and the reason why the account isn't negative, is because uranium stocks had a really nice boost. So I got $400 value appreciation here from Energy Fuels, 144 from URG, and 373 from Chemical. I keep increasing my position and my options positions on Chemical. I sold another call, I think a $9 call on Chemical today. So I now have 11 contracts altogether. You can see the statistics over here. I have a cash collateral of 3,250, so that's the money that's waiting to buy stocks, and 700 shares that are ready to get sold if the conditions are met. Conditions like a price of $9 or $10 or $9.5, depending on the contract here. So that's what's going on with that. The put sell on Apple is done through leverage, so I did dip into the leverage account a little bit, but I think it's a pretty safe call to make, or put to make, because that's a really big drop for Apple to have in a week, and if it does, I'd want to own some of the company. I've missed out on a lot of the rally, and I think that I need to be accumulating more shares. So outside of that, let's see. What I want to talk about is Tesla. The big news of the week here is Tesla. I mean, look at this thing. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, it's done like 20% today. The week is 34.8%. 1 month 73%. 3 months 146%. Look at this 1 year chart. It's definitely parabolic. That's the definition of parabolic right there. Look at this 5 year chart. It's absolutely insane. So sure, it might have a correction pretty soon, and it probably will, but look at this market cap, 115 billion. They can't even calculate the price earnings ratio at the moment. It's just going up so fast. But Tesla, I mean, it's gotten to such a huge level that it's as big, almost as big as Ford, GM, and like BMW combined. It's absolutely enormous market cap right now, market capitalization. That means that basically the value of the company, what the company is valued at by the investors, is some astronomical amount. I mean, okay, it's not that astronomical, right? So we have a few $1 trillion companies out there, like Amazon, soon to be or already is, Apple and Microsoft and all that. But they make a lot more money. This company is nearing the biggest car company in the world right now, and I feel like it hasn't even gotten started with its production. So I think it's priced way out of its league, but probably for good reason. I mean, I think there's a good chance for the company to actually make good on its promise and pollute the world with their electric cars. Now, I mean, I use the word pollute even though it's supposed to do the opposite, but at least where I live here in Silicon Valley, right, San Jose, and all this stuff, and all these tech companies and whatnot, I see Teslas here more than any other company. I mean, everywhere I go, there's at least a few Teslas. Like, if I would be surprised if I don't park between two Teslas whenever I'm in a parking lot. Like, that's how polluted it is with Teslas. They're just everywhere. They're just humming around, and to me, the car looks really bland personally. Like, the interior is just four seats and a wheel. I mean, I wouldn't want anything like that. I don't feel comfortable in something like that. But people love it. I think they love the fact that it's economical. Electricity is still really cheap. So the fact that you don't have to pay for gas, probably you don't have to pay for oil changes or anything like that. So the maintenance is a lot cheaper, and you probably get some kind of tax credits from and incentives from the government. So also you can go into the carpool lane if you have an EV. You can have an easier time commuting to and from work. So a lot of people actually use it for that as well. Although I think they're making the stickers harder to keep. I think they only last for like a year or something like that until they get outdated. So they're trying to change the rules around it because there's just so many electric cars now that the carpool lanes are just full and people are not really carpooling anymore. They're just riding around with their EVs. But I don't really drive through peak traffic, so I'm not an expert on that. It's just kind of the feel that I get. If you know more about the situation and you're fighting traffic every day, and let me know what's up. But I just want to mention that it just seems that this Halo company, Tesla, if you want to know what a Halo company is, I did a video on that. You can search it. This Halo company, Tesla, is now becoming alpha on the market. And what is alpha is just the companies that are driving the market higher, right? So right now, the biggest alphas in the market are Microsoft, Amazon had a really nice, huge bump, and now Tesla is doing this. So basically, these companies are just pushing the market higher and higher. Apple's having a minor correction, but Apple used to be alpha for the entire year, basically, as dictating what the market's going to be doing. So that's what that means. And I can definitely put Tesla into that category now with these valuations, especially if it doesn't have a huge overcorrection. But even if it does, I don't think that it's going to go below previous previous price valuation anyways. So I mean, it's good to have another player in there. I'm curious to see what the company's going to do next and how it's going to handle all the infrastructure build out, and whether or not we're all going to be driving electric cars, and what the story holds for, you know, autopilots and all the stuff and all the controversy, insurance issues, and everything like that. I'm really curious to see how it all resolves itself. Personally, I really want to be able to drive my gasoline powered car because I really like it, and I would be very bummed out if I had to switch to an electric vehicle. But as things go, usually what happens is that once a new technology comes in and it's favored by a lot of people. It gets legislated, and they start making rules against old technology and trying to drive it out. And I'm just kind of sad about the future. Excited, but also sad. And I really don't want to see the diversity of vehicles like go away. Because I personally really like driving, and I like gasoline powered engines, and I like things to explode under my hood to make me go places. But it's just me. Like, I don't know. What do you guys think? Or do you? I've driven plenty of Teslas, but what do you think? Like, have you driven a Tesla A or another electric vehicle? And B, do you like it more than gasoline powered cars? Um, I'd be curious to find out, what you'll think. But and then another question would be, I mean, what do you guys think about the valuation of this company? Is it justified? I mean, they are making some earnings, but I'm never sure what to make out of the numbers from Tesla. I mean, they're always investing in these huge projects. Now they've got a big investment in China and everything. So I don't even know how to. They're pushing everything into growth. Like, there's been this trend, right? There's been this trend for a long time now, 15, 20 years or so, where companies are, like, I think Amazon started this. Companies don't even collect any profits anymore, and they're just reinvesting everything, trying to keep growing and growing and growing and pushing and pushing and pushing until infinity, until the valuation is like astronomical. And then that's it. You keep pushing. They never actually go into the stage like Apple did, where they would start, where they start dishing out dividends or a lot of stock buybacks or things like that to try to return value to shareholders. Companies just never get to that stage. They just keep growing, and we haven't actually seen what the end game looks like besides Apple, from companies like Amazon and Ubers and the Teslas and all those, once upon a time unicorns and things like that. So I'm just sitting back and when waiting. I'm not in any of these companies except Apple, right? So I don't really. I'm just kind of sitting on the sidelines and waiting to see how it unfolds. But I'm curious to see. Anyways, let me know what you think about Tesla. I think it's insane to have, such a huge climb. Let me see it again. A week. What's more impressive, the week or the month? I think 1 month 73% is pretty big. 34% in a week is also really big. 3 months 146. Wow, this year chart looks crazy. All right. Well, I think that's it for now. I'm just going to do a little update on the account and what I think about Tesla. Also, this TikTok stuff, like, that's so young. I don't even know how to operate it. It's so weird. I'm just trying to keep up with the times. Just an old millennial, I guess. Millennial is too old. All right, but I'm going to play around with it right now, try to figure it out. Okay, that's it for now, right? I'll probably make another video on Thursday and update you on some positions and see how we go then. Okay, peace out.